Hi guys, welcome back to Path of Enlightenment Tarot. For those of you returning to the channel, welcome back. For those of you who are new, welcome. I am Nicole. It is lovely to have every single one of you. Thank you guys for stopping in, tuning into the videos, seeing what's going on. I appreciate you all. Leo, this is going to be your mid-month August 2023 reading. Check out, see what's going on, kind of get an update on your energy. This will be for your sun, your moon, your rising, and your Venus cross watcher. If that is you, welcome to the channel as well. And guys, we're going to hop right into it. All right. Hope you guys are doing well. It's lovely to have you. So let's see, Leo, what's going on. And consistency. Oh, I got the chills, and I hear we're making plans. I like this, Leo. I think the last two readings I did for you guys came out pretty good. And there's the sun. You know, there you are. Oh, but absence. What are we doing? Do you feel like you need a timeout all of a sudden? Things are going so well, we're afraid that we need to take a timeout. Spirit is saying missing one key component to manifesting where it is you want to go. Alchemy, balancing the two, learning to balance the energy, like really feeling core being. My God, I got the chills. It's like your core being is fudged up, right? Fudged up. Because it's like, it's been going so good lately as opposed to the past that, and I'm talking longer past, not just recently, that all of a sudden it's kind of like, whoa, a real high in your energy coming down into a lower, and then learning how to alchemize the two to create that perfect harmony, that perfect balance within you. And it's like almost this feeling of, I'm afraid to take a breath. I'm afraid if I do, something is going to go wrong. This is going too smoothly for it to just to stay consistently the same. So I kind of feel, Leo, like you're in a space right now of kind of checking out on yourself more than anything, and then trying to find that even killed energy that surrounds you. For some of you, your hands, I don't know what that's about. Your hands may, excuse me, may be very important, whether you've got some tingling sensations, whether you've got hand-wrist issues, but it almost feels to me like they go from extremely cold to extremely hot. And you may notice that when you're getting the fluctuation, Spirit is saying, during your emotions. Your hands are kind of like, ooh, you know, like things are pumping, everything is pumping. The blood flow, the energy, the thoughts, the excitement, and then when they're cold, everything is cold. And they're telling me there's like a telltale sign by the hands where your energy is at any given point. So, you know, that may resonate for some of you, maybe not for any of the other ones of you. The interesting thing about this hand too, it's catching my attention, is the thumb. So some of you could have like, it's not carpal tunnel on that side, but just, I would watch the hands. The hands are very important, but it seems to be these last two fingers and then the thumb. So the pinky, the ring, and then the thumb. But overall energy to that is that when you're feeling this excitement, and you may work with your hands a lot when you're being creative and processing things too with that sun, you're opening up, you feel just overwhelmed with amazing feeling. I don't know how else to explain it that way. It lights you up. It's the guiding light to what it is that you're doing, where it is that you're going, how you're feeling about everything. But then it's like those fears, those reminders, triggers, whatever you want to call it, kind of seep back in. And it's like where the, you know, you think about it like the horse is running. I don't know why we're using a horse, but we're using a horse. And it's going and it's going, but it kind of just comes to a dead fast stop of, wait a second. Nothing's going on around me, but what if it does? There's a lot of what ifs attached to that energy. So I would be cautious in allowing yourself to go into this dark energy and staying there. It's one thing to go into it, understand the contrast of it, what's going on, how it works, to get more of a familiarized feeling with your energetic space. But to go into it and to stay in it, that's not a healthy place. So just be careful of like, Spirit's calling them depressive episodes. So just be aware that you're not getting into that kind of energy and living in it again, okay? I may have to sneeze more. Confirmation 5, that change, right? All right, Spirit, let's see. What do we got for Leo? And guys, if you find the video resonates for you, please hit that subscribe button. Like the video. Feel free to share and comment as well. Every time you or when you subscribe, I should say. When you subscribe, you'll get notifications for every video that then gets posted, so you'll know when the next ones are coming out. And I do them for all the signs. Yeah, there you go. Feels really good. Cause for celebration. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I'm stuck. I don't see how this is going to work. So you may just, I almost kind of feel like you're starting to implement some sort of plan into action. And so far you've gone along with, I won't say no hiccups, but minimal hiccups. So it's like, again, waiting for that other shoe to drop, waiting for the universe to come crashing down on your head and go, oh, guess what? We're just playing. Joke's on you. Ha ha ha. And that sends you back into that hermit mode, right? It's this another search for wisdom, another quest for wisdom is what they're saying. You know, trying to decide if that's really what you're supposed to be doing at this time. 616. Trust that. If it feels good and it lights you up, why would you think you're wrong? And, you know, we're all going to have these points where maybe we question what we're doing, how we're doing it, where we're going, how we're going to get there. But at the end of the day, Leo, you know, it's going to be about what Spirit is calling you to do. Yeah, 7 of Pentacles. You've made the investment, you know, and I don't feel like, you know, you look at the 7 of Pentacles, a lot of times you see it as like, you plant your seeds, you don't go back and dig them up, right? I think most of us have seen that meme. You don't go back and dig up the seeds that you've planted to see if they're growing. You're just needing to trust the process. Some of you may be thinking about going back to school. The Queen of Swords. Oh, there's 2. There you are, sneaking in behind it. There in those mental thoughts, right? Trying to gain clarity, and I'm going to take those. So the 7 of Pentacles, the 2 of Pentacles, the Strength card, Leo, there you be, and the Queen of Swords. Yeah, it's like, you think about the Queen of Swords, she's extremely logical, analytical, maybe sometimes in certain situations, I know it all, but she's not in this one. But it's like you're kind of tossing these ideas around. So for some of you, you may be going back to school, wondering how your finances are going to balance out around these changes that you're making. It's getting your heart and the head on the same wavelength, trying to decide that you're doing the right thing. And I feel like for as much as you are really processing what it is that you need to do, there's this other side of you that goes from knowing everything to knowing nothing about it. So, you know, I don't know why, of all the things, that's where school comes rolling in. Or it could just be a higher education. You could be learning a new job, learning a new trade. Maybe you are returning to school. Maybe you're learning more about the job that you already have. Finding it, Spirit all saying, and I got chills of that, finding a different way of doing the work that you do. You know, maybe if you're, I don't know. Maybe if you, I have no example right now, Leo. I don't know. But say you do something, instead of doing it as the example, you're now teaching it instead. You know, put it that way. But I think that this space feels good for you, and you're trying to lock up your emotions because you're afraid of being disappointed at the end of the day. But I also want to say to you, Leo, that whatever it is that you're investing into, it's important that you recognize the strength and courage that it's taken you to get to where you are right now. Spirit is not going to beat you down just for something to do. Now, we all have lessons and such to learn, but you are drawing in rewards and successes from the work that you've put in up to this point. Don't deny yourself the right to live in the lavish abundance that you are creating for yourself and have worked towards creating for yourself. I feel like you're transforming your energy right now, and you're coming out of that lamb mode and stepping into that lion, that courageous, fearless animal. And it's like you're starting to earn your stripes. You're getting there, right? But it's still like you're allowing, you know, you think about the Wizard of Oz, right? I think his heart was like real small. I haven't watched this movie in like 30 plus years, so bear with me. And if I'm wrong, please feel free to correct me. But I just remember his heart, I think his heart, maybe that's the movie, I don't know. But anyhow, so if his heart is small, it's like learning to let your heart expand, right? Learning to allow your heart to open up into new ideas, new opportunities, to new emotions, allowing that growth to truly start to occur within you. Don't be so difficult on yourself. It's almost like you're trying to tame the excitement within you because you are afraid that the other shoe is going to drop. So, all right, Leo, what else? The Tower in the reverse. You're going back and forth into old ways of doing things again. Back into that anxiety-prone, ridden shit. No. Got the Tower in the reverse, the Page of Cups, the Five of Swords with that absence, and the Six of Cups on the bottom. Some of you may have some concern around kids, if you have children. And it may, I don't want to call it empty nest, is not how this necessarily feels, but it's like watching your children grow up from small kids to younger adults, or even adults itself. Maybe, your children left the house this year, when graduation occurred or something to that effect. And it's like, this is the way that it's always been, a very airy feel to how life has. So it's kind of like this nostalgia of going back in time and wishing you could go back. Spirit is saying 2 to 4 years ago, specifically. 2 to 4 years ago. Maybe a max 6 years ago. And redoing little things. And I kind of want to say to you that, there's an emotional awareness to the bruise with that we look back on things and we go, okay, I'm not real happy where I was or how I handled certain situations, but the idea is we cannot change what has been done, right? But it's who you are today and where it is that you're heading that makes the biggest difference. Our past does not define who we are in this moment. The choices we make today affect where we're going and how we're navigating and what lessons that we've learned. So I will say, if you look back over that 2 to 6 year period max, and there's things about that that you wish you would have done differently, don't allow those guilts, those fears, to override the happiness and joy that is being brought in to your life. So it's like your heart space wants to dream, and it wants to dream big. It wants to imagine a whole new world for you. But I think you're going back to, and it feels like certain key moments that you feel you failed in one capacity or another. And I want to say to you, you didn't fail. You were learning a lesson. And that's the difference in that, okay? So, with this alchemy, for Leo, please. All right, 2 of Cups, 3 of Cups. You guys are fully supported. You could be working in a group setting, or just the people at work itself are really pushing you. And that alchemy is, I think other people are willing to work with you to help you get to where it is you want to go. Spirit is also showing to me you going in and sitting down. So if you are looking into school or a higher level of training, looking at a promotion, things to that nature, there are people who are willing to give you they're like, I'll give you this abundance. Just come sit with me. Let's bring this together. Let's work on this together, because you're going to be independent of all these other struggles and strifes in the, from the past. That will no longer be a thing in the future. So, and the beautiful thing to me that catches my attention about these cards underneath the alchemy is we have the hand of alchemy, right? We've got the 2 of Cups, that joint union between the two. We've got the hands that are supporting, these ladies are supporting one another. And then finally, your hand is out collecting your abundance. So I'm going to say, don't be afraid to ask for help, because I think there are a lot of people around you that love you, support you, treasure you, and they're willing to go the distance because they know you will too, that where your heart's intentions are, they are pure. They purely want to move forward, right? You want to pluck the harvest of your fruit, going from that 7 of Pentacles to that 9 of Pentacles. That owl is indicative of the wisdom that you've gained, the lessons that you've learned along the way. The gray on it tells me too, kind of getting caught in that in-between space. Like, do I really deserve to pick this fruit? And it's like, yes, take this. Take whatever this is, whatever this offer is, whatever is being gifted to you, whatever is being given to you, 1515. Let go of those toxic patterns. Take it and accept it. Run with it. Enjoy it. They're lighting up the pathway for you, Leo. I don't know what's shifted in your energy, and I haven't been following along with the astrology too heavily lately. We are in your season, right? But we also have these retrogrades happening. So it can throw us off and make us feel like we're facing everything all at once. And it may feel that way. And I'm going to tell you something somebody told me today. Right when you're in the beginning stages of the end of the stages, if that makes sense, essentially, to these massive changes that are coming for your betterment, they're going to feel the hardest right before everything breaks through. And I forget who I was reading for earlier, and I remember talking about a breakthrough. And I think for a lot of the signs in general, that's kind of where a lot of us are. Like, there's a breakthrough to a whole new beginning. But Leo, what's sitting on the other side of this for you is beauty and harvest. Plentiful. Like, you are never going, like, it's like looking up and going, I need this, this, and this, and everything and then some that you need is right there waiting on you. Just pick me, pluck me, take me. Everything you need is going to be right there. And I think, again, you've got this mass support around you that will help you reach that potential. You know, and it's not even just potential. You know, I would say potential with the Ace of Pentacles, but that lives within you. It's going to be what you choose to do with it at the end of the day. That will, you know, define how you move forward. And I think too, even if you've had differences, Spirit's pointing this out, even if you've had differences with people in the past that maybe something didn't work out, a friendship just kind of went off to the side, or there was just a difference in culture or whatever it might have been, and there was a time period where y'all didn't talk or something to that effect, that they're still supportive of you. That's the really cool thing about this, is it's like, whoever this is, or it could be multiple people, it could be a group of people for some of you, that maybe you've lost touch with or disconnected from, they're willing to reconnect with you to see you reach a potential. They're willing to, Spirit is saying, give an offer back to you. So I don't know if you turned something down in the past, but they're willing to open that door back up for you and still be supportive of whatever endeavors you're trying to reach now. Maybe you just, you know, if somebody offered you something in the past and you weren't ready, or you let your fear get in your way, I think that the door is still open to that, despite all the time that's been lost in between. When it comes to this offer, Spirit, that offer is going to lead you to your 10 of Cups. There it is. That's ultimate wish fulfillment. Look, and they're not going to, they're not going to fucking take from you. They don't want anything in return. They want nothing. They don't care about whatever the past was, how it played out. That's not, and I want to say that's not who they are today. I don't really think that they want anything from you. I think at some point you gave something to them, and I feel it was more energetically than it was anything else. And now it's kind of like calling in those favors, and they don't even realize that they're giving you those favors back. They just feel compelled to be open to you. So very, very interesting energy. And you're just afraid that you're going to look and there's that devil, right? Like, oh God, what do they want? What are they going to take from me? Leo, they don't want anything from you. They genuinely, believe it or not, have nothing but love to give, and it doesn't have to be in the romantic sense. So they just want what's best for you. So I think that's a beautiful energy to be in. I love that. All right, Leo, some advice for you guys, and we're gonna wrap this up. You're gonna close your season out on a high note, right? So just get to it, Leo. Get your shit done. Some of you might be doing nursing. Some of you might be dressing up for an office kind of thing. No, very interesting. advice for Leo, please. Tall tale comes out. A tall tale comes out and Spirit goes, and they're telling it to themselves. So, if you're feeding yourself a line of bull, Leo, Spirit's calling you out on it. They're like, it's all tale, and they're, you know, you're doing it to you. Nobody else is saying, Leo, you can't. Leo, it's not possible. Leo is telling Leo, I can't do this. You get to write what happens. This is a new cycle. Storyteller, you get to write what happens. You get to decide to come off of that hat, put your nose back in your face, and get your ass a-moving. There's a lot of magic there to be written. You're the only one that holds the key to the success that's to come for you. And I love this for you guys. I think it's incredible. And what's interesting to me, I don't think I've ever noticed it with this card before, is the keyhole for that card with that key is dead center of the book. So to me, what that's signifying to me is that with every single page, you are unlocking the potential of a brand new chapter. Every page is like a new chapter. Every story that you tell from your experience is a new chapter. Every feeling that you feel as you go through this is a new chapter. Every page has yet to be unlocked and discovered. And you get to write that. Uncharted sea. It is scary when we don't know what's on the other side. It is stepping into our emotions and trying to figure out where it is that we are being navigated towards. And I can tell you that the energy is pulling you forward. Beautifully pulling you forward. And then the underlying advice from Spirit is healing the heart. What I say. So whatever it is that, like, I really do feel like for a lot of you, 22 on the timer, you hoped, you wished, you prayed. You spoke, you wished upon a star. You held some faith even when days were tough. And you did this years ago. I'm going to say years ago. That things would be different. And now you are doing them differently. But part of that doing it differently is also to heal the space within so that those self-sabotaging stories of you're not good enough, there's no way, this is disbelieving, you know, those stories don't come back around to haunt you. There's too much good to be quieting the mind. Time machine, going back in time. You had your heart space under lock and key for a very long time, very disconnected from your emotions, even if you thought you were emotional. And you're not anymore. Your heart is opening, you're flourishing. You're past the time frame for things to be stagnant in that regard. Spirit is just asking you now to get your head and your heart on the same wavelength, to shut down the mind so that you can move forward into this beautiful abundance of healing and change the way that your story is written moving forward. And as far as whoever this person is, Spirit is also saying your energetic bonds were never broken. Like this could be somebody you saying 20 years ago, 3 years ago, 6 months ago, I don't know. You'll know when you see this person or you talk to this person. Spirit said they may message you, so you may get some kind of, they're saying written communication from this person. Hey, how are you? What's going on? What's your plan? What are you doing these days? Something as simple as that is going to open you up to that 10 of Cups and that 6 of Pentacles. That 5 of Pentacles coming out of that lack. There's a beautiful offer there. You just have to be willing to step into it and take it and have enough trust and faith and belief in yourself, Leo, that you're worthy of that. You've done the work. Enjoy the rewards until the next lesson comes along. This is part of the lesson. Learning that you are enough. So I'm going to leave it there. I like this for you guys. I think it's really beautiful reading. So if you found that this video resonated for you, 22 again there, 2 again there, please hit that like button. Excuse me. Subscribe to the channel if you've not already done so. And then you guys can actually go to holisticallyzenwv.com for a full list of products and services I offer. If you're interested in personal readings, those are available as well. And those can be the way to reach out to me. That's what I was looking for. the way to reach out to me can be found in the description box below, as well as the about section of the page. And again, holisticallyzenwb.com for a little bit of everything that I do. So I wish you guys the very best. I hope you're doing well. I hope the video resonated. Sending you a wonderful another wonderful month ending here for you, and I'll see you all soon. Take care. Bye-bye.